The key to answering many of the questions concerned with exponents is to convert as many of the present elements as possible to the same base. This problem, whose objective is to simplify this expression, is no exception. In order to simplify this expression, we must notice that 81 is a power of 3. In other words, it's 3 to some power. In fact, that power is 4. 81 is 3 to the 4th. How do I know that? Well, I've memorized the first few powers of 3, along with the first few powers of a handful of other small numbers. And you should do the same. You should memorize the first 10 powers of 2, along with the first 6 powers of 3, the first 5 powers of 4, which is actually a subset of the first 10 powers of 2, the first 4 powers of 5, and perhaps the first 3 powers of 6. In other words, you should memorize all pure powers that result in values under 1,000. If the great Leonhard Euler could memorize the first 6 powers of the first 100 prime numbers, then you can certainly memorize the handful of numbers I just mentioned, and the long-term benefits will be well worth the effort. Getting back to this problem, we recognize that 81 is 3 to the 4th. So we will now replace 81 with 3 to the 4th, but we have to do it carefully. We have to preserve the overall structure of the expression. In this expression, we have 81 to the 5th power. So when we replace 81 with 3 to the 4th, we must have 3 to the 4th raised to the power of 5. We must make it clear that it is the value 3 to the 4th that's being raised to the 5th power. In other words, parentheses are in order. Now, the power law for exponents tells us that when there is a number raised to a power, and then the result of that is raised to another power, what we can do is multiply the two powers together and then raise the number to that power. So 3 to the power of 4, then raised to the power of 5, is 3 to the power of 4 times 5. In other words, it's 3 to the 20th power. Now, the product rule tells us that when two exponents in a product have the same base, then their powers get added together. So the final answer is 3 to the power of 2 plus 20. 3 to the 22nd. And there you go. So remember, when working with exponents, it's probably a good idea to convert all the present elements to the same base. Hey, thanks for watching. Click on this logo to check out our complete SAT math platform. And if you know someone studying for the SATs, please let them know about it. Thank you. Hey, got it on the very first